Alrighty, we are doing a voice clip with Eric now. She is in High Desert State Prison. We are going to do a protest for him Monday morning at 10 a.m. in front of the Las Vegas Justice Courthouse. Eric is on the phone. He wanted to say some things to some people, kind of to give a little bit more about what is going on within this case. We are not asking to have anyone come and say that he is innocent or guilty. We are asking for them to look into his case because the judge said she never signed off with the preliminary hearing. Is that right, Eric?
Superseding indictment. My preliminary hearing was canceled by the Justice Court Judge Conrad Hafen when he dismissed all the charges against me and ordered my release from custody, which documentation, court minutes all verify that as well.
And when you
I just was never told, and the public was never told.
And when you called down to the public defender's office, what did they say?
So they asked me for my social because they don't look you up by name, they look you up by social security. And after giving them my social and getting into my name, they asked what my charges were. I told them that's what I'm calling for. They said that they never represented me for any murder charges or the murder case number that I'm in prison for. The only thing they represented me for was an assault with deadly weapon under an entirely different case number.
Okay, and then so what happened with the, so the public is saying, well, he admitted to it. He admitted to it. There was a video. He admitted to it. Can we talk about what that video was and how that came to admittance?
So that was the intoxicated confession that took place right after they took me out of my house.
And what were you intoxicated on?
So I was smoking probably about an eighth of marijuana in front of the cops while they were outside my house trying to get me to come outside. You can see these videos all over the internet. They even admitted to it and testified. K-9 officer Jeff Harper even said that they were watching me get high. I was never taken to any detox. Instead, detectives, when they put me in their car, they coerced me and told me that if I did not confess to this murder, that they were going to arrest my mom for accessory to murder and send, at the time, my 2.5-month-old little sister to Child Protective Services for being in an unsafe and unstable environment. Hence the reason it took over an hour before I even did a confession, and that confession lasted less than 5 minutes and contained no accurate information to the crime scene at all. None.
Okay, so with the confession, right, what happened with the judge? Did the judge order that as that we would be able to use that in court, or did she say that we weren't able to use that in court?
No. Justice Judge Conrad Hafen on March 9, 2015, in the Justice Court at my grand jury indictment, March 6, 2015, that's when the judge put the court motion in to dismiss all the charges against me because the state was trying to proceed on the intoxicated confession, and that's not admissible evidence because it's illegal. Plus, they have the daughter, Crystal Myers, of the victim, testifying in that same grand jury indictment that she knows me. I was not there. If I was there, she would know I was there. She's 100% positive I wasn't there. She saw who did it. The person was by themselves, and that's the description of the individual that she gave, which was 6'1", 180 pounds, no tattoos, no piercing. I was 5'3", 98 pounds, 2 half sleeves of tattoos, and both ears pierced. So the judge dismissed the case because there was no admissible evidence and told the state until they can resubmit admissible evidence.
So nobody picked you out. Nobody picked you out of a lineup. No one said that you were there. And also, can we talk a little bit about the cell phone tower or showing proof that you were not at the crime scene?
Yes. So there is no DNA, no eyewitnesses, no video footage. My cell phone towers show me blocks away from the crime, the murder scene at the time of the murder. There's gun residue in the interior of my alleged co-defendant's car. There was no gun residue on any of the clothes that I had on that night. Plus, my last co-defendant had sent me a text that night when I was trying to find a ride, telling me he was busy and couldn't give me a ride that night. And all of the evidence from his cell phone towers and everything shows him all over the murder scene at the time of the murder. So it's physically impossible that I was in the car with this dude, because all of the evidence physically shows his cell phone towers, gun residue, all of that, and his text messages.
So you're not, so we're not
was-
here asking the public, right, to say that you're innocent or guilty. We really aren't relying on the public, right? What we're relying on is a complete investigation into the indiscrepancies within your case. Is that correct?
I mean, if that's what you guys are going for, but I'm innocent and I've beyond proved it through the judge, through physical evidence.
You have 1 minute remaining.
I'm not going to settle for anything else. I did not do this, and I've proved it at every level.
So you're claiming complete innocence, and you want your main goal is to be released from High Desert State Prison immediately, correct?
Immediately. I'm literally a ghost in the system. Like, the Nevada Supreme Court, which the documents you have even that states it. The judge who did the indictment, the superseding indictment on March 20th, 2015 was Linda Bell. She's now a Supreme Court judge of Nevada. And she said in her voluntary disclosure that indictment had nothing to do with me. It was for my co-defendant. It was for Derek Andrews. He was being indicted for being the driver, and they tried to go and say that I was the driver.
And
So
we do,
can't both be indicted for the driver.
and we do want to clarify that we, in fact, do have these documents within Parole Pathways. Is that right, Eric?
That's correct.
Alrighty. So, Eric, we will be there on Monday, and we will be protesting for Eric on Monday morning at 10 a.m. This is from his mouth directly. So this is why it is a complete injustice. And you don't believe everything that is in black and white, because sometimes black and white messes up a little bit.